and everyone that you know is trying to make progress in life. We're looking for ways and things and services that make our life better. So we need things that help us get a job done. And so we hire products and services to do it. And that's called the jobs to be done theory. So I'll just share a little short personal story here about how jobs to be done theory showed up in my home. Before we jump into the story, I just want to share with you where the jobs to be done theory comes from. It comes from this gentleman and a team of associates of his from the Harvard Business School. So Clay Christensen is part founder of the jobs to be done theory and says, knowing the job that we need to do in our lives for which we would hire a product is the key to cracking the code on what motivates buyers. So with all that said, here's a little job to be done story. So this is me. I'm 2 years old, and one of my favorite memories is rolling pastry and having baking time with my mom. So to this day, of course, I love to bake, and you can see it's not, completely out of hand, but there's a toddler in very vintage gear, rolling pastry out with a flour bag on the counter. So fast forward a few decades later, and here we have my daughters aged 9 and 12. And so I want the same experience that I had for them. And so I spend time with them in the kitchen when they were little, making all kinds of treats. Now that they're older, they want to explore. They want to create and bake without mom's help. They have their own cookbooks and their favorite websites for recipes, and they just go to town in the kitchen, and many times they'll bring me little treats here in my office. It's pretty awesome. But there is a little drawback: the cleanup. When they were younger, like in that picture I showed you, I would do the cleanup. Cleanup was a cumbersome thing for them to do at that age. But now that they're older and they're baking on their own, the conditions are that they clean up after themselves. And so we get the treats, but oftentimes not so much the cleanup, because they don't like dragging the vacuum, the Dyson big ball canister vacuum that I have, out of the closet, like pulling the cord out, plugging it into the wall, undoing the hose, fixing the attachments all together, doing the job, and then reversing all those steps and carrying this heavy vacuum across the house back to the closet. It's too heavy for them. They find it really awkward to work with, and so it rarely gets done. In fact, as far as the Dyson Big Ball Canister Vacuum goes, it's fired. The girls don't like the tool for the job. And because there's friction and frustration in using it, well, they just don't clean up. So now, after a baking adventure, I cautiously approach the kitchen with one eye open, hoping for the best. I need a job done. What is the job that I need done? Well, quite simply, I want a way to maintain a clean kitchen that is easy for my kids and for me. Well, what could I hire to get this job done? I could hire a broom, but is that the best thing for sweeping up flour or coconut pieces that got everywhere, or little tiny sprinkles? Maybe not. Plus, the dustpan's a little cumbersome for the kids to use as well. I could hire a Roomba, but then by the time the Roomba makes its rounds and cleans everything up, more than likely that flour and sprinkles and coconut is going to get tracked through the house. So that's not the best option. And I could hire a dog to clean up coconut and sprinkles. I'm not too sure about flour, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing that because of, sadly, allergies. So The best hire that we made to get this job done is a Dyson cordless vacuum. It has been a lifesaver as far as getting this job of cleaning my kitchen done, and a job that my kids can do. So now when there's a mess, it's very easy. They just go to the closet, they lift the cordless vacuum off its holder, and they go to town, get the job finished, and then it goes back up. It's so easy for them to use that there is literally no resistance. The job has successfully been done. Now, I thought I'd put together a fun little ad so that you could see that the Dyson ad is on the left. So this is engineered to deep clean anywhere. Well, okay, that's good, but that wouldn't have spoken to my job that needed to get done. So my job is, I want kids to want to clean up in an easy way. So I thought this little ad that I made on the fly was funny. Parenting issue 480. Your kids fighting over who gets to vacuum. Because really, my kids do love using this vacuum. So it's a win for them. It's a win for the kitchen. Of course, it's a win for me. So you can see, the jobs to be done exists everywhere. We hire products and services to help our lives be better. And because of that, it is the reason that we buy. I hope you enjoyed the story and you're thinking about some jobs to be done, or some jobs that your guests or your customers need done.